Well, I started my campaign with one idea, one proposition that is completely different from the other, and that's going to be the number one that I'm bringing you today. I'm suggesting to nationalize residence for older people.
Mhm.
And why? The reason is that over the past decades, and I'm talking for about years, uh, we've lost a number of residences for older people all over the regions. And I'm talking about the Beauce, but all over Quebec. And I'm talking about both about Quebec City. We've seen a lot of residences that have been closing over the past year. And I'm suggesting to nationalize them for two reasons. One, we need to keep residences all over Quebec to make sure that uh, older people can stay closer with their family, closer to their family until they get to like all their life basically. And we want people to stay closer to their family to make sure that they can stay in their region. And that's one of the reasons why I'm suggesting it. So
So
we need
yeah.
to keep them open. And the second reason is to open more when we see a lack of residences all over Quebec.
And
Honestly,
honest.
I've been clear with the younger people in the party. I'm 31 years old. As Robert Bourassa did in the past, I want to have a clear and big place for young people in the government as MP or minister. So that I've been clear about it. But in terms of proposition, like we need to have a vision for the future of the party. What I'm suggesting to the members and what will be on the campaign for 2026 is based on a vision for the Quebec. It's not based on the percentage of people voting for the party. So
Yeah.
it's pretty clear. Of course, I understand your reasoning about the fact that yes, the younger people have a bigger place in the race in terms of voting, but I'm confident that they will see the vision in what I'm suggesting, and they will come in. Things. Another really important thing that is happening right now is to having access to healthcare services. And I'm coming from a both. I know the reality of the region, and for the party, it's clear that we, of course, we need to reconnect to the people of the region, to the francophone. And to do this, we need to bring solutions to what they really care about. And healthcare services is one of the big issue happening right now. Especially the far you get from the cities, the the more the higher is the difficulties to get services. And I'm suggesting, as the Collège des Médecins, the doctor association is if I may uh, translate it that way, is suggesting is to bring back people from the private sector to the public healthcare sector, because right now the public healthcare sector is getting destroyed by people leaving the sector, and I can understand this because they have uh, better working condition and basically in
So
the private.
how are you going to get them back?
We need to have a leadership from the provincial party, as they have done for the people finishing their studies, and they are asking them to stay in the public healthcare sector for 5 years. I'm telling to all people, as we have done by Robert Bourassa when we created that system, public healthcare system, we created it for simple reason to make sure that everybody receive their healthcare service, no matter where they're from, no matter how much money they have. And that's one of the reasons why I'm in the race, is to make sure that we save that public healthcare system. And to do this, we need to first bring people back to the system. Because if we want to do a surgery, we need that the people. If they leave, there's no way we can solve it. So right now, the CAC government is trying to basically resolve an issue, but they are not looking at the sources of the problem, which is people leaving. So I'm suggesting, and I'm the only one in the race to bring back people in the public healthcare system and make sure that everybody has a doctor, a family
Quick
doctor.
question.
And we
What
need
about
to reduce paperwork, bureaucratic bureaucracy in general in the government to make sure that we have public services that are efficient first. And second, we need to create wealth. As an economist, as you said, we need to create wealth. And in order to do this, we have natural resources that we need, obviously, as population. As co-workers, we need natural resources. I'm suggesting to take them in the here instead of importing them to create wealth. But in order to create wealth for the government and to pay for our services, I'm suggesting to nationalize natural gases
Mm-hmm.
instead of importing them, because right now there's some conversation about the fact that we should look at a project, and I'm open to it because everything that is consumed here should be transformed and produced here. That's my vision. But in order to create that wealth for the government, the money needs to stay to the Quebecers. And in order to do this, we need to nationalize natural gases. That's one thing that I'm suggesting to make sure that we have money and that that money stays to the Quebecers. Uh, and
What?
I'm also suggesting to have like remove the interprovincial barriers and uh, have a real collaboration with the federal government about everything that is related to natural resources. And we have the opportunity right now with the federal government. They are just waiting for us. We need to collaborate to make sure that we have projects that will be beneficial for the Quebec, but for the entire Canada. And by the way, I'm suggesting also to sign the Quebec Constitution, which I'm the only one, again, to do it. The collaboration with the federal government is crucial if we want to have a Quebec that functionate within Quebec and with the rest of Canada, uh, because that's basically essential. And there's no reason why we shouldn't have signed this constitution until now.